Welcome to Digital
Perfect.
Champions TV, where we speak with the top leaders and trendsetters in advertising and marketing. I'm Greg Kirkham, and today we're joined by Grady Teske, principal at Rising Tides, based in Hortonville, Wisconsin. Welcome to the show, Grady.
Thank you very much, Craig. I'm excited to be here, share a little bit about what we do.
Now, you began your career by building North American subsidiaries for global product manufacturers in the B2B space, and you've been a fractional CMO for the past 8 years, which I can relate to. How did that help shape your approach to digital marketing and your current role at Rising Tides?
Yeah, what was really unique about that experience is that I started off my career in real corporate environments, and then as we started to build out and develop, I shifted more to working with early stage companies. Generally today, I've worked with B2B tech and SaaS for the last 8 years. And so I'm able to take really that structure and that understanding of what a $100 million to $250 million business looks like and start to apply those principles to very small organizations, particularly with hire 1 through 5, which as a fractional CMO has always been really important. I think a lot of people don't understand that truly when you bring on like that CMO level over hiring like a marketing manager, really what you're bringing in is a lot of ops experience, a lot of budgeting experience, and like objective and goal recognition and execution versus just getting tasks done as a marketing manager. So all of that was really built off that corporate structured experience in the back, and then able to bring that now into essentially the quick pace environment of a startup.
Yeah, that's one way that we can actually relate. Another way, I guess I should say, as a former fractional CMO myself, I know setting down the groundwork is where you're going to get the most traction and the most progress in the company. Whereas if you're hiring small, right, you end up getting small results where you don't have that level of ops experience and even the networks that a fractional CMO comes with. Now, before the call, you mentioned that you anticipate some big changes in marketing. I know one of them was websites and landing pages changing or kind of going away in many ways, or at least adapting to the next changes. What other changes do you see within the next 2 years that are on your radar?
Yeah, I think a lot of it, actually, we have to look at like consumer behavior and how it's affecting, and I shouldn't say consumer behavior, but user behavior and how it's affecting everything we do. And when we talk about like the website, it's really like those sort of properties won't go away, but their relevance and their importance has changed because there's so many other ways to, even from just your social feeds, to get user information now and start the marketing process earlier, just from followers, engagement, and also looking at like followers of the people that engage with you. And so what I really start to see now is like we used to have to really work hard to drive everyone into these properties. Once they're in the properties, then we can start to market to them. But now our ability to market to them is so much quicker, especially with how AI scraping plus enrichment allows us to go through. So it really comes down to the goals we used to accomplish from, let's say, either a website or building a newsletter to hold an audience. That can now be done just directly with your social audience. And so we really have to, as brands, start to change the way we think about it and really look at, not to be too passe, but look at the creator model and look at how they're able to deliver products and solutions just from a social feed. And that's the future of where a lot of us are heading. That doesn't take away the exception to that is we still need landing pages. You're still going to need things to drive campaigns into. You can't do all of those with your bio, but just the importance of like maybe the brand homepage really loses a lot of its relevance when you can achieve a lot of that nowadays with a strong bio and then those landing pages to drive people into as far as specific products and conversations.
Yeah, and I think a human connection is something that people have been craving in many ways. Like they want to feel that appeal toward the brand or toward the company itself, but if it feels very sterile, people aren't resonating with it really as much nowadays, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Go ahead.
so for businesses debating between an internal marketing director hiring somebody directly or an outside agency, or what sets Rising Tides apart from your nearest competitor?
Yeah, this is a great point. So we've taken from my old corporate experience, what we really build is marketing departments and sales departments in a can. And what we find with early stage startups in particular, that the cost of bringing on each of these employees is very high. So what a lot of people do is bring in agencies to execute certain parts of it. But our model is really building a decentralized team for you. So for the cost of one marketing manager or one position, we bring in that full stack of content creation, graphic artists, paid media acquisition, social management, and social engagement. And so we can start to lay out multiple inbound channels through paid acquisition and multiple organic channels to start to build messaging for brands. And then as we see results from those channels, we're starting to bring in your own direct hires, train them on the framework and the process that we're building. So we're really creating not an agency environment, but really a decentralized marketing team for you where you own the stack, you own the process and the framework, and you can scale up to actual hiring employees. You just don't have that high cost of both training employees and understanding who your brand is and market.
Awesome. Hey, thank you, Grady, for sharing your expertise and perspectives with us today. To connect with Rising Tides and learn more about Grady Teske's work, visit digitalchampionstv.com.